Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna do a major fall thrift haul. I got out my big cup, my thrifted big cup of this really cool equestrian scenery here for my fall vibes. I got my tea with my pumpkin spiced creamer. So good. So I'm definitely excited to share with you all the things I found recently on my last Goodwill trip. So I tend to go shopping about once or twice a week for new inventory for my shops. I currently sell on Poshmark, eBay, Depop, Grailed, and Mercari. So I'm always looking for things to add to my shop that'll be relevant with the current season. And right now I'm trying to fill my shop with fall and winter items. So I found some good, really good stuff. So I'm just gonna get into it. So get your favorite beverage and sit by the fire or wherever you want to sit and watch this really cool thrift haul. I got a lot of things to share, so get comfortable. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off with some of my accessories or home items. I don't have that many, so I'm going to start with those first. I found these really, really cool pot holders, crocheted in this really nice earthy and like woodsy tones. Definitely great for fall and the holiday season, especially for the month of November. So I'm gonna be posting these as well. I couldn't help myself because the price was really, really good and they're just so creatively done. So I got these. And my second accessory is this really cool felt knit purse. It's got these really cool fall colors and it has these little pretty bow in the front that opens up the purse. And there is a front pocket and some more pockets inside as well for your phone, for any goodies you want to put in here, your wallet. And it's just a really great fall bag. I like the length. It can really fit on your shoulder really, really well and give you that fall look that everyone's kind of going for right now. It does have a little bit of damage on it. It's just a couple of little dings here and there, but primarily it's in really, really good shape. So I will be listing that as well. I definitely was excited about this next accessory, this purse. It kind of looks like it would be Coach, but it's not. I looked at it because I thought it might be Coach, but when I looked further and I opened up the purse to find out who was the designer, it's actually a Madewell purse. I've never found Madewell before, but I know it's super popular and everyone is looking for these crossbody purses. It fits really nicely as a crossbody, as you can see. Perfect size, and you can also adjust the length of the purse, so you can adjust it however long you want it, and it's in like pristine condition. I mean, it's almost like it has not been worn. There's barely any wear in the inside of the bag. It's, I mean, really clean. So great find. I'm excited. I almost want to keep it for myself, but I know I don't switch over my accessories enough to warrant to keep this thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and list it. This is the last accessory that I found, a really nice Y2K style purse. It's got really great weight to it, and it's real leather, and it's got these really cool side pockets on either side. And you can tell it's a good brand because the logoing is all around the item. There is a logo here and a logo here, and then also the logo inside right there. And it's called Perlina is the brand, and these bags go for quite a bit actually, so it's a great find and it's in amazing condition. I mean, even the bottom is like pretty much pristine. The person did not use this very much, so definitely going to be listing this for someone else to snag and use in their wardrobe and for their accessories. So that's all of the accessories I picked up so far. I'm going to jump into some of another category. This is a robe. I've never seen this brand before. It's a really pretty robe. It's got this little like mesh detailing on the arm. It says here on the inside, I don't know if you can tell, but it says Mother of the Bride. And so I assume that this was a nice like day of wedding or night before wedding robe for the Mother of the Bride. It's got this really cool tie front, which I've never seen, and it has a little zip here so you can put it on. And so it has, when you wear it, it's got this really nice V-neck appearance with this cinched waist. So I thought that was a really pretty robe. for someone for either special occasion or even every day, because we're getting into that category where the weather is changing and you definitely want to have something on when you wake up in the morning to keep you a little bit warmer during the colder seasons. And my next category is I only got a couple of items in the more sporty, arena. I love finding Ralph Lauren, especially if it's Polo Ralph Lauren or some of the higher labels. So next up, I found this really cool Polo pullover hoodie with all the great colors on it, the nautical themed, and even like the patch on the arm. People love these like patched Ralph Lauren items and these really trendy colors. It's a size medium, so I think someone will get a good use out of this, and people are always hunting out Ralph Lauren, so I had to grab that one, of course. I was tempted to give it to my husband. I still said if he really wants it, he could have it, but we'll see. But I plan on listing it is what I'm thinking. And I found these really interesting joggers by Nike. I've never seen this before, where the logo is like half the logo and the other half is on the other side. It's kind of interesting. And then the front it's got this V design, and on the back it's like solid, but at the bottom it's like joggers. So I feel like it's like a more of a vintage Nike. It's the red label and it's new with tags. So this retailed for like $70. So it's new with tags. So I had to pick this up. I know somebody's gonna want to wear some kind of unique outfit to kind of showcase these joggers in red and white. So especially like the polo and all that kind of colors go really well together. So I'm sure someone can like put together a really nice outfit for that. And the sizing is, it's a size extra large. So that'll be really good for someone because it's hard to find those larger sizes for some of the uniquer pieces. So that's nice to have for someone to grab. And next I'm gonna get into a couple of my dresses. I picked up like 3 different dresses. In my thrift haul, I'm trying to be really specific for like the season I'm in, or like the style, or it has to be something unique about it. This brand is sold at Mall Brand, but it's by Coldwater Creek. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that. It's a size large, and it is in this fall floral leaf pattern, and it's got a really great material. It almost feels like linen. Let me see if I can find what the material is made out of. Yes, it's 52% linen and 48% cotton. So I always try to find natural materials because those last longer in people's wardrobes, and people really like to wear natural materials, not a lot of synthetics with the fast fashion and things like that. So I always try to look for things that are going to last long in people's closets and get another second use out of the item. And this item is pretty much brand new. It's so crisp, like it's never been worn. So I really wanted to pick that up for someone for fall and winter. So it's a really nice dress. It's got this V-neck in the front. It got some nice stylish buttons as well to kind of go with the theme of the fall. So someone could definitely wear that to work with some brown leggings, and with some brown boots, high knee boots. That would be really, really nice. This next piece is unique because I've never seen this before. I didn't know the BBC put out clothing, but I guess this is a theme related dress. It's a baby's doll style dress with a Peter Pan collar and a mesh kind of neckline around the Peter Pan collar, and this like celestial theme. And then it has this phone booth on the front. So I'm assuming it's from a show that people enjoy. So I thought somebody would get a kick out of that, or like someone who's really a favorite of that show would probably want something like this. And so I picked it up because people like unique items and it's not easy to find. Next up, my last dress of my thrift haul is by Athleta. Athleta leisurely dresses do really, really well. People are always searching for them. This is Athleta. Here's the logo. And it's in the size extra large. So it's a really great size. And it's a faux wrap. So people really love to just throw on an outfit and have everything put together, and all they have to do is add their shoes and accessories. And really people like this nice faux wrap V-neck, so you can put something underneath if you want, like a camisole, or wear it without one. But it's just a classic black leisurely dress that people can add to their staple wardrobe or their capsule wardrobe for the season. So I grabbed that because it's not easy to find those these days because they become really popular. So I had to grab it. This next one, I'm going to go into the category of sweaters. So my favorite category at this time of year. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so the weather is changing for us. I mean, there's frost on the top of the house this morning. And so we have to put our fireplace on, our gas fireplace on. We have to like wear warm socks right now. So it's really starting to get cozy out there in the season with pumpkins and fall. We're really bringing out the tea and the hot drinks and the soups. So I'm always looking for nice sweaters. This one is by And Other Stories. So this is a really another popular brand. This is a nice neutral brown color that people seek out nowadays. Everyone likes to have the neutral so they can add anything they want to the outfit. And this one is made out of, I think it's alpaca or merino, but let me take a look. It is 33% polymade, and it also has wool and it might have a little bit of mohair, but I have to double check. Oh, I think I saw that it had alpaca in it. So it's got a really great wool alpaca blend to it. So it's super soft. That's when I felt it in the store, I was like, this has gotta be something nice because it just feels really, really soft. So I picked that up as well. It's a nice crew neck and basic to have in your staple wardrobe. And it's a little bit cropped as well. So I know a lot of people like those baby tees or cropped sweaters. So I thought that would be a nice addition to someone's closet. They can wear jeans with it or a nice skirt to kind of go with that. Next up is a men's cable knit sweater by the brand Carbon to Cobalt, which is another really popular brand that people like search and seek out. Here's what the logo looks like. It's in an extra large, so a great size. It's green and it's a full zip up sweater. It's kind of like a small sweater jacket. And it's got really great snap buttons as well, all the way up, along with the zip. And it's got this nice like fleece lining to it. So I really thought someone could get really great use out of that for the fall and winter. Menswear does really well this time of year as well, especially by brands that people are like searching for. So I picked that up and it's in like really good condition. It's like no one ever wore it. So it doesn't have any wear. It looks a little bit like it's washed out, but that's the way it's designed to look. So it's definitely the style of it. Next up is another kind of like sweater that's really nice. It's by Columbia, so everyone really knows that brand. I typically don't pick up a lot of Columbia stuff depending on what it is. Maybe if it's like more utility or like for outdoor gear, I kind of pick up depending on what the piece is or the size or the material. This one caught my eye because it says it's a river resort. It's in a size 2X, so it's a really great size. And it's got this nice collar. It's like this earthy green material with a rib cuff. And let's see what the material is. So I think this is like a special collection. And so I'm thinking someone might be looking for it. And let's see if it tells me what it's, yes. It's got acrylic, polymade, and lane. So it's not all natural materials, but it feels really, really natural, and it's just really soft. It's got that earthiness to it. It's got the Columbia little patch at the arm, and the buttons are really unique. It makes it more like lag-in look style with these buttons. They're not wood, but they look like wood. And it's just a really nice cozy piece to add to your fall winter wardrobe. So I grabbed it because I think people are going to be looking for something like that. Next up, I found this Nordstrom signature sweater. It is gorgeous. I love this really nice like texture. It looks by the pattern of the wool of the material. It's got this rib cuff. It is a crew neck. And let's see what it's made out of. It's a size medium. And it is made out of merino wool. Primarily made out of merino wool, so it's dry clean only. So it's a really nice high-end material, super soft, great neutral for anyone's closet for this time of year. It's great. Really love that. I almost wanted to keep it for myself, but I won't. And next is this really nice bit like older label Talbots, but I picked it up because I was interested in it. It says made in Italy. It's a size large. So I took a second glance because like when it says made in Italy, let me see what the material is made out of. And the color just totally captured me because it's kind of really a fall color. It's made out of 75% viscose and 25% linen. So I can see why it's got the weight that it has to it. The color is really nice. It's got this really nice arm. It's like a scoop neck style. So very, very like traditional, but very nice color scheme for this time of year. It's like I said, the weight is really what takes you back when you pick it up. It's really kind of heavy. It's got that nice water weight to it. So it's in pristine condition. There's no damages to it. So I had to pick that up. And by the way, I usually find all these types of things at my local Goodwill, and on Fridays they have sale day. So I usually try and go that day and get there right when the store opens so I can kind of not deal with the crowds, and I can kind of take my time a little bit. I do see other resellers there, but that early in the morning, it's pretty nice and calm, and the new racks come out and I can kind of take a look without a lot of people. Because it's a smaller store, and so it's kind of hard to maneuver around with carts and things like that because the aisles are really narrow as well. So I like to be able to go there right when they open so I can kind of have a little bit of a peaceful moment kind of shopping for things that I'm looking for my shop. The next one is by Signature Imports. It's made in Bolivia, and it's 100% alpaca. And what caught my eye first was the design, this sort of like Aztec-ish look design. It's a full zip up sweater jacket with a hood with the pattern continuing around the hood, and the sleeves has the pattern on the end and on the actual bottom hem as well. It also has two side pockets, which is nice when you're wearing a sweater to have a couple of areas to put your hands in when you get cold or put your keys or something like that. So it's super soft and the material is great. And it's a vintage label, it looks like. So here's what the label looks like. And alpaca is really hard to find, and it's a more expensive material. So I definitely want to grab that. Someone definitely would get a good use out of this. Next up, I was shocked to find this, and I'm surprised no one saw it or grabbed it for themselves. I typically don't buy a lot of Isaac Mizrahi pieces just because people automatically think it's maybe the one from Target, but this was not. This is Isaac Mizrahi Live, and I think it was sold on QVC. It's in a 2X, and it is 100% cashmere, and it's new as it's never been used. I mean, it doesn't have the actual tag, but it has the little extra threading if you need it. In case it gets damaged, but so it's in pristine condition. It is really pretty. It's got this little bit of a ribbed cuff that goes all the way up here, and what draw me to it is this really pretty ruffle bottom. It's got this like asymmetrical look to it, really pretty. Pink is in right now because of the Barbie movie that came out, and this is just in pristine condition. And the size, it's a 2X. I mean, someone will really get a good use out of this. And because not everybody likes neutrals or like the fall colors, but they also want to still be cozy. So someone will definitely get a good use out of it. It is super, super soft. I mean, it's just like you want to lay on this thing. It's so pretty. So I grabbed that. And next category is sort of like jackets, vests, and fleeces. This one I picked up because of the brand. It is by Mountain Hardwear, which is a really popular brand for outdoorsy people. So that's what the logo looks like. It's in a size large, which is a great size. Black goes with everything. So I found this really nice black fleece. So I thought that somebody would want to find this and pick this up for the fall and winter time. It's a full zip up fleece jacket with hood. So it's in really good condition, no damages. So I had to grab this because I know it'll sell quickly because of the brand. The logo is even on the shoulder as well. So definitely another great piece for someone to pick up. And next up is by Legendary Whitetail. So this brand I've only sold once before, and it was a jacket for men. And they also sell women's clothing. But let me see if I can get the tag to show up properly for you. That's what the logo looks like, this little like guy or somebody type of logo. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's what the logo looks like. And it's in an extra large. This is a fleece shacket. which shackets are totally in right now. This is a men's piece, so it's got pockets on the front. It's got a collar, and it's got this nice like corduroy inner lining around the collar. So it's got that two-tone look to it. The green color is really nice for this time of year. It's got button cuffs, and it's just really cozy and soft, and like it's almost like it's never been worn as well. I mean, you can see, look, it has like no like pilling or anything like that to it. So I definitely picked that up because I know some guy is gonna want that for his camping or outdoor activities, you know, bonfires outside, that type of thing. So I grabbed it because I know someone's gonna be looking for that. Next up is, I've never heard of this brand, it's called Tsunami. Here's what the logo looks like, if you're interested. It's a large, and it is a half zip fleece pullover with this amazing horse and western design at the bottom. So cozy. It makes me want to feel like going to like a log cabin house in the wintertime and like just putting this on with some cozy socks and sitting by the fireplace. It's just so nice. It's a great size. It's larger size. It's a size large, and it's got the zipper in the front, obviously, for a half zip. So you can definitely wear something underneath this because it's got a really deep zipper to it. So you can kind of wear it open with something else underneath. It's just a really great pullover fleece jacket for the season. I just love the print so much. I just could not resist purchasing that. Next up is a vest. I only bought like 3 vests that I found. This one caught my eye because it's like the camo, and camo is totally in as well this season. So I wanted to pick this up. It's a great size. It's a extra large, and this is by the brand Renegade. So here's what it looks like. It's got this like plaid lining inside. It's heavy duty. It's got like front pockets with all the extra like utility pockets, and as well if you wanted to hang something on the outside. So very useful if you're going camping or hiking or outdoors, because we've got these like Velcro pockets to hold your stuff in, and it's zippered all the way down. It's got even these little extra details here to hang your keys and other accessories, and more pockets. So it's got a lot of storage to it. This is another Velcro pocket as well. But it has a really cool patch on it. It says Humboldt on it. So I thought somebody would get a kick out of that. And also on the back, it's got another embroidery on it. It says Humboldt on it. So I thought that was kind of unique, a little bit different than what you typically see for the, you know, military camo print. So I thought somebody would get a kick out of that, and it's definitely got the weight to it to keep you warm. You know, it's heavy, and so you can kind of put your shirt underneath it and then wear that on top. This next vest that I picked up was really nice. It is by Eddie Bauer. So everyone loves Eddie Bauer. It's I don't pick up everything from Eddie Bauer, so it's got to be a unique, substantial piece when I pick up from Eddie Bauer. This caught my eye because of the color. I love the lining around the collar here. It's got that soft fleece, you know, or material, like super soft. This is in a size medium for women, and it is a zipper and button closure, and it's got, you know, these 2 side pockets on either side that zip up, so you don't have to worry about your stuff falling out because you can kind of zip it up. And in the back, it's plain and quilted, and I think it's the material is nylon and polyester for the shell, and the lining has acrylic and polyester, and I think that's the only things that are in here. I think it also has it says premium goose down as well for the filler, so that's really nice. It says right there. So it's definitely got some great material in it to keep you warm. It got that puffiness to it from the goose down, so that's another nice pickup that somebody could definitely use this season. And my last vest is by Union Bay. I typically don't pick up Union Bay, but this one caught my eye. It is in a size small for men, or women. I mean, whoever wants to wear it, they can wear it however they want. It's kind of unisex piece, but I love the corduroy on top and the high neck. So it's really nice, added like style to it. And the corduroy goes towards the back as well, giving that little V, Western or utility look for the season. And I'm not sure if it's goose down or not, but it's got a nice like puffiness to it. Not too puffy, but just enough to add to your outfit with some jeans and boots. That would be nice as well. And next up, I picked up a couple of like daintier pieces. Anytime I see natural fibers, like I said, I try to pick up because they're hard to find and a lot of things aren't made out of those qualities anymore. So I'm always looking for it. This is the brand that I found. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I won't try. It's spelled SHYU for women. This is what the brand looks like. You can see. And the size was really great. It is in a 2X and it's 100% linen. So I wanted to pick this up because even though the season has kind of dwindled down for the linen, this I couldn't resist because it is got this embroidery of like these flower details on it. So really pretty for someone who's into like the cottage core or granny core or just minimalistic because the collar is really minimal. It's got the buttons that go all the way down. So it's kind of like tunic style, you know, really nice cuff with the button at the end here. Like the mother of pearl button, which is really pretty. And it's also got this like venting here, this like pleat, open pleat here on either side of the blouse. So it's definitely nice. I guess if you still really want to wear linen this time of year, this is long sleeve, so you could kind of get away with it if you wanted to, and or layer it in some way. But I definitely I could not leave this nice, pristine, like white with no stains or anything on it. It's almost like it's never been worn. It's crisp. I mean, this is like a really crisp linen. You could tell it's never been washed. So I definitely had to pick that up. I couldn't leave it in the store. And then this one is Lucky Brand. So I do really enjoy Lucky Brand jeans and their shirts and tops for men and women. They're really always really nicely designed. This one I picked up because it's a great size and the print is still very fall, even though it's got that like boho feel to it. I definitely like boho design as well, so I know somebody's gonna want it. And this is in a 1X. So you can see here, it's a 1X size, Lucky Brand, and it's got this really nice front tie V-neck detail to it. And then some gathering here at the top of the bust area. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better there. It's just really pretty. The colors are just like warm you up for fall if you are not into the heavy sweaters, or where you live it doesn't get super cold. You can still kind of wear the fall colors and keep your like style aesthetic. So I definitely want to pick that up. Let me see what it's made out of. Let's see if I can find the material tag. It is made out of it doesn't say on the tag. Interesting. The tag is there, but it's not saying what it's made out of. But it's really soft and flowy. So I'm sure someone's gonna want that as well. I love the colors of that. If that was my size, I probably would have kept it, to be honest with you, because I really like that pattern. This one next up is kind of more utility brand. It's by Cabela. This is in a extra large tall. So I know a lot of people have trouble finding like tall clothing, so I always like to try and pick it up if it like is by a good brand, so I know it'll be like sought after. This is like a nice like utility jacket. It's got the tabs on the sleeve, on the shoulder, and it's got 2 front pockets. It is short sleeve, but I feel like people nowadays, they like layer long sleeve shirts underneath it for this type of style, that military utility look for men. You can tell this is like been very gently used, as someone has put a number on there in the collar, but I feel like somebody will still get good use out of it because it's pretty much in pristine condition. You can see how crisp the material is. So I know it can get good use out of it. Let me see if it says what the material is made out of to keep it this crisp. It is made out of 65% polyester and 35% cotton. So there's some natural materials in there. So I definitely think somebody would get a good use out of it. Next up, This is the first time I've ever finding this at the thrift. I know how popular this brand is. It is by Viore. These are some nice Viore joggers. I know somebody will be searching for this. It's got the cuff bottom for the joggers and the drawstring front and elastic waist in a nice blue color. It's in really good condition and it is in a size large. So the tab is still there, so you could tell it hasn't been worn that much. It's in really good condition. There's no damages to it or stains, so I definitely went to pick it up, and this is the first time I was able to find it in the store. Next up, I'm sure everyone's familiar with, this is Banks. I was really lucky to find that. It came out on a new rack. When a new rack comes out, I try not to look so eager to go look for it, but I would try to like ease over into there and start looking in the rack. I'm lucky because my Goodwill allows me to look at the clothing that hasn't been put out yet, that's still in the rack. They allow you to keep looking at it because really they're kind of understaffed at this Goodwill. And so for them to put all the stuff away, if I take something off, it's less the work for them. So they allow it. And this is in the size large. And I picked it up because I know a lot of people search this for this brand, and it's a nice like camo print with this like metallic sheen to it, like this like black on black, almost like a charcoal black shimmer to it, metallic. It's in really, really great condition. You can tell it hasn't been worn that much. There's like no pilling in the crotch area. The bottoms are like pristine. There's no like damages. Someone really did not wear these very much. So I definitely picked them up. They were a good price. Like I said, on Fridays, I get my discount code on that day in Goodwill. So that's why I try to go early in the morning, because everyone knows in my Goodwill that Friday's like a discount day. And so it gets really crowded, even like midday, even on a Friday. People like use their lunch break and like go to Goodwill when they know they have their coupon day. So I try to get in there early so I can get the good stuff first. Okay, next up is a new brand to me. This is by Grace in LA. I've never heard of this brand before, but I drew to it because there's just so much embellishment on these cropped jeans. I was like, wow, what is that? And sometimes when I see a lot of that, it can be a very like knockoff brand like no one knows about, or it's just kind of like a fast fashion brand. But when I saw that the button was just that detailed, I was like, what is going on with this brand? I have to look this up. So I looked it up, and comps on this item was really good. So I'll be interested to see how quickly it sells. It's the easy fit, and it's in size 27. And like I said, it's more of a cropped jean. So I'm not sure. The legs don't look super skinny. I don't think it's a super skinny fit, but I think it's more of like a lower rise, because the rise here is not that long, but it's still so gorgeous, and the distressing on it looks really cool as well. So I wanted to try it out and see how it does. This will be my first time selling it. So if you're interested, you can definitely take a look further when I get it listed. Next up are my blazers. I try to look for unique blazers that people, from like vintage brands or like really nice classic prints. And this is a houndstooth print blazer, and the brand is Peabody House. So it's definitely more of it's like a vintage brand. I never could tell by the tag and the logo. It's got a little horse, and it says Peabody House on the front. And it's a size 13-14, so I'll definitely have to measure, because I want to, with vintage items, you want to make sure what the sizing is, because the sizing is not the current sizing that's on the market. And this one is made out of polyester, acrylic, and 30% wool, and nylon lining and acetate. So it's just a really, really pretty classic fit. The buttons are really nice and big right there. And they also have buttons on the cuff, and it's got that nice simple minimalistic cut for work career wear. So I'll be putting in like keywords like classic, vintage, those sorts of things, houndstooth, anything of those nature, holiday, vintage, fall, all those things will be added to my description. But it's just so pretty, I could not leave it there. It has a little bit of like built-in shoulder pads, like a very small amount, not super big, because they want to keep the structure of this shoulder of this piece. That's kind of what keeps that style looking really nice and secured. So I could not leave that there because I just know someone's going to be looking for it. There's no holes in this at all, so there's no wool damage or anything like that. So I definitely wanted to pick that up. And my next blazer is another vintage piece as well. I really loved another houndstooth type of print, buttons on the cuff. It's got this like velvet collar lapel going on, nice buttons in the front. It's got 2 buttons. So it's got really classic design. And the brand is TJW. So I've never seen that brand before, but you could tell it's a vintage brand. And it's a size 10, and it's made out of, the material is also really good. That's another thing that caught my eye. It's 42% silk, 38% wool, and 17% nylon, and 3% others. And the lining is 100% rayon. It's dry clean only, and you can tell it's vintage because it's made in Japan. So definitely a classic piece to have to your wardrobe. If you like black, you can wear black leggings or black slacks. Or there's also like a hint of red to it, so you could put in a pop of red in your accessories. So I could not leave this behind. It was in pristine condition for the age of this jacket. There's no holes, no stains or anything like that. So I definitely had to grab it because everyone's wearing blazers right now. So like oversized blazers or very unique blazers or the pattern. So I wanted to start picking up a few blazers from my stores. And the next blazer, and the last blazer, is by Calvin Klein. So I'm really picky about Calvin Klein because the Calvin Klein resale demand is not that high. But this style was kind of remind me of the blue clay style that you can find like with Chanel, like with the bigger designers and the more expensive designers. It's a really classic piece. When you zip it up, you can really see the style of this piece a little bit better. So I'm gonna zip it up so you can kind of see it. It's got that classic print, but you got the bigger hardware. It kind of gives it that edgy look, as well as the pockets that have the zipper pocket, and the pockets are real, so they're not faux, which is really nice. And the cuff is really nice and clean, and the pattern is really nice as well. It's kind of almost looks like it's like kind of like a tweed material. Let's see if it says it's size 8 petite. So it's going to give that nice cut and fitted look. It's made out of 71% cotton and 29% polyester for the shell. And for the lining, it's the trim fabric is made out of 60% polyester and 29% spandex, and the lining is made out of polyester, 100%. So it's just a really nice classic piece. Again, pristine condition. It's got this little bit of a kick flare at the bottom. It's kind of giving that nice flare a little bit. See how that pops out a little bit? So it cinches you in a little bit at the waist, but then pops out. Kind of like that peplum look. And you can tell there's a little bit of padding in the shoulders to give you that nice crisp shoulder detail for the scoop neck. So definitely nice. Could not leave that there. I know someone's gonna want it. Next up is sort of like my lighter weight jackets and jackets. I picked up a few. So this one is a vintage one. It's by Eddie Bauer. You can tell it's vintage because it's got that old tag label here. And this is in a size medium. And it's that nice like driving jacket, coat jacket for, you know, car coat, I guess as you would say. And I liked it because it's got the classic look to it, because it got the cool like button pocket that you could use to store your keys and stuff like that. And I really like this like plaid lining around as you open the jacket. The only thing that is flawed with this piece is the zipper handle is broken, but it still works. It still goes all the way down. As you can see the pattern more. It's got that really nice like two button high neck to it if you want in the front. I like that it's navy, kind of goes really well with like the holiday colors. And it's like a nice lightweight jacket. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix the zipper or not. So I might have to disclose that as a flaw. We'll see how that does, what I'll end up doing when I list it. But my second to last piece is another Eddie Bauer vintage sort of jacket. It's corduroy. It's a men's jacket, so it's definitely got this heavy weight to it. Really nice front pockets. Here's the back. It's just that classic corduroy jacket that people kind of search for this time of year in this nice like neutral color. It's got buttons on the cuff as well, and there's no damage to it at all. So I definitely wanted to pick it up because it's in really good condition, and it's hard to find these on the market sometimes, and if you do, it's really expensive. Even though it's like that mall brand, but it's like got that classic preppy look to it. The size is cut out, but I definitely will have to measure this, but I would think it's like a large, I would say, because it's still kind of like a good size. It's not small and it's not super big, so I would think it's a large, but I'm gonna measure it when I list it. I usually do the pit to pit, the length of the jacket, and sometimes the sleeve is of its long sleeve. And if it looks narrow, I will do a shoulder to shoulder measurement as well when I list my listings, because people have like a lot of questions these days about sizing and fit, because we're trying to avoid a lot of returns. So I try to put as much detail in my listings to allow the person to be able to understand what the fit is. I also try to find the brand sizing as well and post that in my photos, so I can kind of give a person a better idea of how the fit will be between, if you're in between sizes as well. But I also include measurements to help if they need a more precise fit. And my last item, I'll grab it, it's kind of big, is this like hunting jacket. These hunting equipment clothing is really popular right now, like jeans, jackets, pullovers, and shirts with this like camo, or not camo, but this camouflage, like nature print. I found this in the men's department. It is a size large, and it's by the brand All Game Outfitters. Here's what the like logo looks like. And it's a really heavy, thick, like fleece lined coat. It's got the cinching pulls at the bottom around the hem. So if you want to adjust how wide it is at the bottom, you can do that. It's got two front pockets that you can barely see because they're kind of camouflage, but they're by like snap buttons to kind of close them up. And the cuffs have like adjusting with a Velcro adjustment. So if you want like a tighter or looser, you can adjust it. And on the back, it has this little like, can't really see because it's camouflage, but it's got this little like pull hanger, like if you want to hang it up by the back. This will be nice, so showing you that utility look. And it zips up in the front, and it also has the snap buttons as well to kind of cinch it in a little bit more if you want a tighter fit. And especially around the neck, you can do that too. So it's definitely a really good piece to have for the winter time. I know someone's going to be looking for this because these jackets can go for a lot of money when they buy it brand new. So I know someone's going to want to see if they can find it secondhand, and this one is in really, really good condition. So that's my total haul for right now for fall. I probably would do add these to my closet like throughout the week. I have a few that I already have prepped ready to be listed. So if you saw anything that you like or you're interested in or have questions about, these items will be slowly listed starting next week. So you can kind of look out for them. Like I said, I list my items on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, and Grailed. I try to do put listings on different online platforms that kind of go with those categories. So for like Depop, you're kind of going to the more younger crowd or more trendier items. So you'll see things posted differently in different places. But if you want to find where I list everything, two shops I list everything on, it's Poshmark and eBay. So if you're looking for anything that you see and you just want to go straight to my shop, it'll be in those two places. The only suggestion I can do if you want to get like a better deal on shipping, I would say go with Poshmark, because Poshmark, they have like a flat rate shipping. I think it's like $7.99-ish or something like that. And I also like, depending on if you like it or not, and you add a heart to something that I like, I usually will send out a discount of 10% off plus a discount on shipping. So I'm able to do that on Poshmark a lot easier than I am able to do that on eBay. So if you see anything and like one of those coats that are or something that's really heavy, I would say try to find it in my Poshmark shop, because you can get a better deal on shipping. So a lot of people, I'm not sure, know that, but people who do shop frequently on Poshmark, they kind of know that they can get a better rate on shipping than they can on eBay. eBay is good for other reasons, but depending on what you're trying to post on your shop. But I post everything on Poshmark and eBay, so just look out for those areas if you're interested in anything. If you have a question about any of the items, just reach out. You can reach out to me on Instagram or either on here on YouTube. I can also respond to comments here. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. But I'm a full-time reseller, so I do this for a living. So I kind of have a good handle of the things that people are looking for in the current season. And those are the things I kind of search out for when I go shopping. It's like, what are the current trends? What are people looking for? What's, the season that we're shopping in? Even though I list things all year round, I still keep in mind the current season or the upcoming season. And I will be showing you here on this channel all the hauls that I find going forward. So that way you can kind of come back and shop for things later on in different seasons. So if you're interested and I've, gained your, interest in what things that I've been posting, please subscribe, give me a like or comment, or give me questions, or if there's things you want me to show more of, let me know. Give me some feedback as well. I'm happy to tweak things the way I do them. If there's a better format for it or anything I can do better, let me know. But yeah, let me know how you like the things that I've shopped for, and I will give you more of those items as well. I will look out for those things in the thrift as well. So let me know. Happy to kind of help you guys out with any questions or style choices of things, or how you could style something. I definitely can help out with some of those things. But that's today's haul, and that's it. It was a big haul, and I hope to bring the next big haul next week. So stay tuned. Thanks.